The life lessons, challenges, and defining moments that shaped his voice as an author. Each episode explores the inspiration behind his books, the purpose in every story, and features select passages that bring his message to life. Meet his incredible friends and learn where his books are available, and how to stay connected as his future projects continue to unfold. So relax, settle into the groove, and let the jazz guide you into his world of storytelling and truth. Powered by SKST Radio Network and Street Grind Entertainment.
Hello. Welcome back again. This is Books by Anthony Owens podcast. It's a pleasure to see you. And today, when I do my podcast, I always try to have some interesting people on here that can share some things. And we always talk about, their careers, their ambitions, and all the things that they deal with. And we also talk about life issues as well. And today I am very honored to have the CEO, the owner, the boss lady of SKST Radio here, Grayson. She has a very impressive resume. This young lady here, I tell you what, she's pretty phenomenal. I have the pleasure to be able to work with her and learn from her, and so it is my honor. I'm going to go ahead and say Ms. Cammy Grayson. She's a dynamic, creative executive, media producer, and multi-genre authoress based out of Virginia Beach, Virginia. And I'm not going to say all this about her. I'm going to let her say about herself. So.
It's written at the bottom, right?
It's written at the bottom.
Written at the bottom. Okay, y'all can see it scrolling across the bottom.
But I want them to see it. I want them to hear it from me. So without further ado, everyone, welcome, please, Ms. Cammy Grayson. Hello, Cammy. It's a pleasure to have you.
Well, thank you, guys. I'm smiling from ear to ear because interviewing Anthony. I think I've interviewed him maybe 3 times, and so it's flipped. So for those who don't know, it's flipped. So who interviews the interviewer, right?
Right.
So right. Yeah, it's a little flip today. So it's a little. I don't know. Am I nervous? I don't know. I might be nervous.
I think
Who knows?
I think you are.
People don't really interview me.
Right, and you're always the one doing the interviews, and so you know what to ask them. And now the table is turned, right? So now you're in the hot seat. and I have some things. I have quite a few things I want to go through. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and say. So tell us a little bit about who you are.
Okay. So. Well, I can't really tell you a little bit about who I am, but I can tell you that I am. I'm a creative person. I love doing fun things. I love graphics. I love movies. I love plays. I'm a playwright. I love anything dealing with the arts, music. That's pretty much me. Really?
So did you learn that from as an early age, or what inspired you to just be so creative?
Well, I guess that goes to my parents. My father was the welterweight champion of the world back in the 60s. And so he was a celebrity. He's passed now, but he was a celebrity. My mom, she used to play piano for the church. And, we all took dance, and things like that. So we were brought up with the culture, and so it's just kind of in our blood.
Now, it wouldn't be me if I asked, who is this famous person?
My dad?
Yes.
Curtis Coates.
Really?
Curtis Coates, Sr., yeah.
So for you to do the SKST radio, what inspired you to do that?
Well, I'll tell you what inspired me. I started off as artist management. I used to manage groups and things like that. I did my internship at K104 FM. That's a radio station in Dallas, and the head person was Tom Joyner back in those days.
Oh, I remember him.
Yeah. And so I had a friend, DJ Nippy Jones. He introduced me to this world, and I just kind of stuck, to the point where I managed the groups and got the acts for Steve Harvey's club called Vuku Rays back in the day.
Okay, yeah.
So I know I'm telling my age, but yeah. So I go back in those days, so far back that NWA at the roller skating rink, when y'all see Compton, that was the roller skating rink that I was at.
Wow.
Yeah, so my skating group was there, and we brought Dr. Dre and them in from the radio station, and they hung out at the skating rink.
Wow, so you go way back.
I go way back.
So what does SKST stand for?
Special K's Specialties, and it's a play on words. Special K's Specialties.
Ah, okay. So who's your target audience? Like, what?
Well, at first it used to be in a little box, but now we have this thing called World Wide Web. And so there is no one target right now.
Okay.
And so we're just kind of, SKST is kind of all around. So we're looking for people who are doing different genres, different people that's doing different things. We got a gospel network here.
Right.
We have authors, we have comedians, we have people that's doing songs, artists. I interview celebrity artists and movie stars and things like that. So we're not just in one box. We're a whole multimedia stop shop here.
So what are some of the misconceptions that people have about like radio announcers and just radio in general?
Well, people think radio is going to go away.
Okay.
Radio's not going to go away, but
No.
they are pivoting to doing more podcasts because podcasting really is a form of radio. We just twisted it now where we got film,
Right.
and so that's the difference. But I don't think radio is going to die.
So what kind of impact does the social media have on radio in general?
Radio again is different from podcast. I think right now we're at first, podcasting started like in 2020, where it started getting popular, 2021, 22, when COVID hit and all that. So people start pivoting to doing different directions. So now I think radio is trying to catch up with the podcast.
So what kind of growth does this with the emergence of social media and all this stuff? What kind of growth as far as for your Oh, I'm sorry. I guess sometimes I get so engrossed in my conversation with guests that I don't even look at the comments. So if there's something else comes up, I'll definitely address it. So like dealing with social media, what kind of role does it play as far as your audience and the caption and growth of your audience?
Well, so social media plays a very, very important role, but you have to be active. Right. You have to be active. If you're not active, you can give up on social media. I mean, seriously. So, we have, just to give you a little short box of things, we have right now on our roster, we have at least 10 podcasters on the wall, right? And out of those 10 podcasters, if we do the basic graphic for you, every week we should see that graphic on your page, posted by you on your page, because your people are not on our page.
Right.
The goal is to get them to move over. But if you don't tell people you're on, if you don't share, and you can't do it the day of, you got to let people know and remind people, hey, catch me on da da da. It's still word of mouth. So you got the social media, you can boost. Those people don't know you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But to get your own people, your own family, your own friends to follow you, unless they're your husband or wife, you're not going to get it that often, and you have to push it. I was just talking to DJ T Nice, I think it was today, we were talking about family following us, right? And I'm like, well, you know what? If I put in the chat, in my family chat, y'all, please watch my show today. I'm interviewing the Isley brothers or somebody. Then they'll look.
Right.
But I have to tell them, I have to ask them to look. And I've been doing this for years.
So, and as you know, there's going to be people who will support you, whether they're family or not, and then there's going to be some that don't, whether they're family or not, right? So, that's just how it is, right? Because sometimes I don't feel like I have enough support, but the few people that do support me, I think it makes up for it because I can see the enjoyment, I can see the sincerity in what they do, and so it kind of makes up for it. Another question: so SKST Radio, how does it really help like independent artists and entrepreneurs?
So, we have a big following throughout all our platforms, right? So we're looking at almost 70,000 followers if you look at all the pages that we have together, right? So you're getting the opportunity to get put in front of those followers in addition to the followers you have already. So the people on my page wouldn't know you from Adam,
right?
But they see you on my page, glance at you, take a quick look, and then they go, oh yeah, I saw that person on Tammy's show, So the opportunity is there. So I feel like we're helping getting the word out as much as we can. But again, you can't do it by yourself. No, you can't. I mean, whatever industry you go into, you need somebody, right? You need somebody to help you get along, help you get through it, people to help, teach you, people to mold you, to encourage you. And so for those people that, let's just say in the music industry, because you have people that are, obviously
musicians and all types of things that you interview on your platform here. How would some of those people, how do they get themselves heard better by going through, just like what you're doing?
Because we got local people, we got international people. So our podcast is not only being heard, it's World Wide Web, right? And so I interview people from Africa, I interview people from all over. And so those people that follow our show, they get the opportunity that most people don't if they don't watch our show.
Right.
So therefore, it's kind of like, oh, wow, I heard that song on da-da-da, because we do play people's songs on the show.
Well, that's good because, that way, you can help them grow. And at the same time, people can, more people can know who you are, right?
Exactly.
So another question, what has been your biggest business lesson? Like, what have you learned through going through what you're going through?
Positive or negative?
Let's start with the positive.
The positive. The biggest lesson, I'm just going to give kudos to SKST on that one. The biggest lesson is SKST, for those who don't know, has been around for 31 years. And that's off and on, 31 years. And when I get to the point where I've lost my real job, because, it started off as a hobby, something I love doing. When I lost my real job, I would close the business down. Not close it down completely, but close it down where I'm not as active because I'm doing the life thing. I had children and, I was a single parent and I was trying to make things happen. So this time in my life, I didn't stop. I took my own medicine, I guess. So to speak. I didn't stop then. I kept it going to a certain extent, but I didn't pack up. I didn't put everything in storage. I didn't close down.
So you chose not to give up, right?
I chose not to give up all the way.
Right. And so, that resonates in my heart, right? Because I wrote a book about choosing to not give up, right? So when I hear people and the success stories and people who go through some things and never give up, and no matter how difficult it is, they continue to persevere. And that means a lot. Right? It does.
It does. It really does. It woke me up. Guys, it's been 1 full year without a security blanket. The 23rd of July, I got laid off from my job, making great money. And we kept the studio going. Normally I'm the backup in case something happened. We short on funds and things like that. But God took care of us this whole entire year. A year. I'm still living my same lifestyle. I'm not shopping as much.
So
but
let me ask you a question then. So during those difficult times, that we all go through, how do you stay motivated? How do you do that?
You know what? One, I work a lot. I'm a workaholic.
She definitely is a workaholic, y'all. So, believe me.
But you know what? It's the people that's around me. A lot of it is, I have to keep the studio going because I got people who depend on me. So it's not even just me loving to do podcasting and things like that. But I feel like the studio is all of our home away from home. I call it my happy place, like Jennifer Hudson. You see my happy face in the green room. This is my happy spot. And then when people come in, I feel like people are happy when they come in. They love our setting. They love what we have, and they just enjoy it. It's an experience. So
what you do in the broadcasting industry, I know that there's some different challenges. And one particularly being a woman of color. What kind of obstacles have you ran into as far as that's concerned?
Well, I feel like, period, being a woman of color, I feel like, a woman in a man's world. And so that's one of my books too, by the way, guys. And so a woman in a man's world, we have to pivot around what used to be, because, a lot of times we make more money than the man now.
Yes.
We do more. We got 2 and 3 jobs now. And so, even me working full time, studio was still full time working.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so, it was nothing. It was nothing for me to go to work, come to the studio, work full time, go home, do extra stuff that you had to do for work because I'm in marketing. So we had to do events and I had to pull events together for these people and all this. Then it's time for me. So in my mind, I kept thinking, well, I'm not going to give up. Yeah. All these men doing all this same stuff that I'm doing, and to see a woman doing it, you get intimidated. You really do.
But it also motivates you too, doesn't it?
It does. It does, because when a person say I can't do it,
You got something to prove.
I got to do it.
You got something to prove,
I got to
right?
do it.
Yeah.
I mean, and sometimes even if I fail, at least I tried.
So young women that are trying to get into broadcasting and radio and stuff like that, what would you tell them?
I would tell them to stay in school, get your degree. That's the main thing.
That's very important.
Yeah, it's that's the main thing, because we come a dime a dozen, I guess you want to say. We come a dime a dozen, and so everybody's trying to be who you are. Everybody's trying to be just like you. So why don't you step outside the box and be way more, way bigger than what these other people are, and stand out. If you stand out, then I guarantee you they're going to pick you. But know what you're doing. Know your stuff. Do your research, because it don't happen if you don't know what you're doing.
So can you give me share a story where this broadcasting station and what you do has made a impact or a difference in someone's life?
You know what? That's a good question, because I think we've done so much to answer that question. I think the what I think about when you ask that question, I think about how we were able to give food to 5 families.
Wow.
This year. Last Christmas, we were able to give food for 5 families, and it was the podcasters. It was all of the people from our network, and we pitched in, and the Browns went and picked up the food, and we had the food here for all these families that were hungry, that needed the food, and we were able to give them food for Thanksgiving. And that was tough, because again, my security blanket wasn't there. So it was something that I wanted to do, and we all did it together.
And you know what I see in you? I see a lot of resiliency, right? I see how determined and how tough you are, right? And that's how life is. But you're a very blessed person to have that strength to not give up and to still want to help people, even though you don't have a lot. And I'm honored by that, because I like to see that. Right? I love I love it that you have a really good heart. So,
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
and I wish the very best for you. And I know you're going to do great things. Just keep on being who you are. Never allow anyone to change you, right? Never
Right.
allow circumstances to change who you are either, okay?
All right.
Wow. So how can local businesses benefit from partnering with SKST?
Oh, that's a good one. Okay, because people don't realize what we do, right? So I'm going to ask Arthur to run a quick commercial for us real quick, advertising commercial, so we can show them what SKST can do for them.
That'd be great.
All right.
Welcome back.
Thank you. So that wasn't your commercial break, was it?
No, that wasn't my commercial.
Okay,
break,
that
no.
was my commercial break. Okay, so for those who don't know, we do advertising. We do your graphic design. We do websites. We do all kinds of things. Your one-stop shop. We design logos. And so if you want to put your commercial on this show, you can have your commercial run just like the commercial you just saw, for a little bitty pennies on the dollar, just depending on how long the commercial and then how much this guy charged to put on his show. And so
I'm real reasonable, but you'll get quality work, right? She's amazing. Her team is amazing. This lady's an AI master. She's just great at what she does, right? And I can't say enough about you. I can't say enough about what you do.
Well, it's not just me though. We got a whole team.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Your whole team is
and you're
great.
part of that team.
I am. I do what I have to do. I mean, but I feel honored to be able to be a part of a team that's doing great things and just so effective.
Well, thank you. We appreciate it. We appreciate everyone. Girl from Texas.
There you go.
There you go.
So in the next 10 years, what do you see your station, your efforts?
Oh my gosh. For those who don't know, my business partner is DJ T Nice.
Right.
And we have like vision, and his brother Mike Ice and Arthur. We all have like vision. So our goal is to have a full-blown warehouse. a full-blown warehouse. I mean, we were happy with this studio and this setup, but we want to double this amount. You know, we're moving into the TV era.
Right.
And so SKST TV, when we say TV, because we are on YouTube TV, we are on Spotify TV, and we are on, not Spotify TV, we're on Rumble TV, and we're on Twitch TV. So
Right.
we're on the 3 TV channels. We're not paying to be on the TV channels, the Roku's and all that.
Right.
We're not paying for that. We're trying to get our network built up to having our own TV network. That way we can give it to our people at a reasonable cost, because these people are ridiculous. And then you're dealing with them getting greedy with commercials and things like that. And we might not want that particular type of commercial on my show.
Right. So, you know, it's this time of the show where I always get personal.
I thought all that other stuff was already personal.
Well, it wasn't deep personal.
Oh
It was
my
just
gosh. Okay.
so what's something people don't know about you?
What they don't know about me. I draw pretty good.
Really?
Yeah. I write lyrics to songs. In fact, the lyrics to your intro I wrote.
And if you heard my intro, it's really nice. I was blown away by the quality of it. Now I'm singing my own intro, right? Yeah. Not that I can really sing, but anyway.
He sounds pretty good. I heard him.
Yeah. Okay. What accomplishments are you most proud of?
You know what I'm most proud. I tell you what I'm most proud of. I'm proud of being able to make my vision board come to life. In other words, when I set my mind to doing something and then it comes to life. For instance, Jada's Amazing Adventure.
Right.
Jada was a drawing that I did. And I stuck with it and I stuck with it. And then when I started doing AI, Jada has changed from this funny looking character all the way to who she is today. And so it took a long time, and it took me from the drawing aspect to, there she is at the top. So it took from the drawing aspect all the way to now she has her own YouTube channel. You know, she's on the Amazon book thing, Kindle. She's on Kindle, and she's got her own YouTube page, and she's doing commercials. And, you know, Jada's just like all over everywhere, and I'm just in love with it.
Wow. So one more question, then we're going to go to your book.
Okay.
So if you could go back and give your younger self one piece of advice, what would it be?
Don't get married. Don't get married. Stay in school, because it was hard being married, having a child, then going back to school. That was a struggle. But I got married because I wanted to be grown and get out the house, you know. You know, that's just stupid stuff.
Well, it's stuff that you find out later, right? You learn through your mistakes in life. Most of us do, or some of us do, should I say.
So you're not all in love. You were in like. You weren't in love. You were in like.
Right. When you're young, you think you're in love because you really don't know what love is,
right,
until you've learned and lived and experienced it, right?
Exactly. So that's what I would tell my younger self. You know, just stay in school.
How much time we got for the break?
I don't know. How much time we got for the break? We got
we got
3 minutes.
3 minutes. Okay, cool. So let's talk briefly about the books, and we're gonna go back into it. Can you bring the books back up there, please?
Okay, so as you can see, these are the books that I have out now. So the first book is my little book of etiquette. I used to work for Girls Incorporated.
Right.
And I was teaching these little girls, and they had no table manners. They were kind of like, you know, low income children. And so I wanted to get them above, because we would take them out to eat. We would take them to plays. We would take them to all these different culture events. So I decided to do my little book of etiquette to teach them. I'm gonna tell y'all, this is a true story. Girls Inc., my Girls Inc. kids. We went to see Color Purple.
Okay.
The play.
Right.
So we're all dressed up. It's all fancy. You know, these kids are all just dolled up. And they treated us to dinner at this nice 4-star, 5-star restaurant. My students got a cup of water. You know, they have the lemon in the water that they serve. My students took sugar.
Lemonade.
And made lemonade at the table. And at that point, I realized that my students were just Oh, that's had to be too nice. And I can't play one song on my keyboard. And the only reason why I learned that one song because he told me I couldn't do it.
And so you did it, right?
So I did.
Yeah, okay.
So
that's what you get, T Nice. She can do it.
Yeah, I did it, that one song. But yeah, so that's my thing about that's my story with my kids. So that's why I wrote the little book of etiquette.
Really? So what I want to do then, before we go on this break, I want to let everybody know that when we come back, we're going to discuss your other books. What motivated you to write those books? Okay. Tell us a little bit about them. Tell people how and where they can find them.
Okay.
Okay.
We can do that.
We can do that.
We can do that.
Yeah. So, how do you like being interviewed now?
I don't like it too much.
You don't like it, right? But you like interviewing people.
I don't like it too much.
Why? You get to talk all about yourself.
I feel better now that T Nice is on, so I feel better now.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he's not the one interviewing you.
No,
I got the tough questions.
He's not, but he's going to tell me how I did, and he's going to get on me.
He's going to say you did well. But I got some questions that'll make you think.
Okay. So I guess we'll do these questions after this message.
Yes. We'll be right back.
From the heart of the coast where the waves rise high, Bay magazine we lift and amplify stories of love, of strength, of pride, giving back, standing tall side by side. We are the rhythm, we are the voice, community rising, making bold choice. On short drive we shine, we soar, Bay magazine forever, ever.
Hello. You were getting ready to say something.
I was.
So used to be.
I was.
This is my show. I'm in charge now. Thank you.
Thanks for reminding me.
I know, right? So welcome back. So before the break, we were starting to talk about some of your books, right? So if you could bring the other books back up, we'll talk about them as well. As soon as they put the other books, there you go.
Okay. So the second book is You Wouldn't Know a Good Man If You Saw One. Now, You Wouldn't Know a Good Man If You Saw One is also a stage play.
I thought I heard that before.
Yeah, it's a stage play. It was good. I lived off of that stage play for 2 years.
Is that something that you did?
That's something I did. That's my
really?
Yeah. And so we did that back in Dallas at the Dallas Convention Center. And it was a good show. It had a good run. And I was teaching dance at the time with my students. And my students did like the halftime entertainment thing, and it was really good. Very supportive. I had Fred Hammond came.
Really?
Fred Hammond came to my play, and it was amazing. It was amazing to see my book come to life.
How did you go about getting it to that point? Because a lot of people would like to be able to get their books like that.
You know what? Honestly, I turned it into a play because I didn't think I was going to be able to get my book published.
Oh.
I did. I mean, the literature was there, and I dream. I have a muse of dreaming, right? So the story is a whole movie. It's really a movie, and it's a continuation. I mean, I can run off of them. The story it just goes and goes. And so, but to be able to get that play, I want to thank all of my team in Dallas because if you can imagine a play, and at the end of the play, we all lined up, and I didn't use a program. You know what I did?
What?
They had to buy the paperback.
Really? That's a smart move.
They had to buy the paperback.
Smart move.
And so that's how I lived off that book because we charged a good amount for that, and we had a spot in the book. We had a spot in the book for the plays, the people in the play to autograph. So
the book was basically that. What they had to buy the book. And so that was a smart move.
Yeah. And so recently, the reason why it's just now out, I recently got it republished. So You Would Know a Good Man's in the second edition, and I did it hardback this time. Okay.
So are you thinking about trying to do another play, like a part 2?
Well, we got I do have a play called You Wouldn't Know, Father, Can You Hear Me? I'm sorry. It's a spinoff of You Wouldn't Know a Good Man If You Saw One. I shopped it a little bit, but I haven't heard anything, and of course it probably needs to be updated. But I was thinking about doing that eventually, getting it out there because it was received well. But my fans are in Dallas.
Right.
My family and friend, is in Dallas, and I'm new here, so just getting in with the film festival people and things like that. I'm just not there yet. Right now, SKST is the baby.
Okay. And so you have another book.
So I have another book.
Let's see that other book.
Okay, so I guess when they pull the book up, I can go off of it.
But you could tell me the name.
Okay. See that little girl with the little pigtails?
Oh, she's cute.
Jada's Amazing Adventure. So Jada, she's been brought to life from 2022 all the way up to now when I started learning how to do AI. And so she was my first AI project. And so I had tons and tons and tons and tons. Tonight's can tell you I got thousands of pictures of Jada regenerating.
So you're saying basically this book is about a child who grows up to be about 22 years old?
No. Just Jada stayed 5 for 3 years. Jada just turned 6 because T-Night said that baby ain't gonna never grow up. So no, she stayed 5 all those years, and now she's just now. She got Pee Wee podcast. She's over Pee Wee podcast. I don't know if you guys have the Pee Wee podcast video in the commercials, but yeah. So Jada, you'll see Jada all the time, and like I said, she has her own YouTube channel, and she's doing what she does. And then the other book, A Woman and a Man's.
What about the one that said Virginia's for Lovers? Did I see that down there?
Yeah. So, but that's not out yet.
It's not.
That's not out.
So you
yet.
give everybody a sneak preview, right?
That's a sneak preview of, and then guys, I can just tell you this: Virginia's for Lovers. It's my AI likeness, and the man in the video. Y'all have seen him all over, and I know everybody think he's a real man, and he's not. He's Ian Grayson, and he's an AI generated man for my imagination.
Wow.
Yeah. So
is he rich as well? I mean,
he's rich, of course, and in fact, in the book, he owns SKST. So hey, we got to put it where it is. And so, thank you.
Exciting interview. Thank you. I appreciate that, Coco Freckles. I appreciate the comment. Thank you.
And so, anyway, Ian is an AI generated character, and so now we're working at getting T-Nice and I. We're working at getting Ian interviewed for Men Talk because we're getting ready to do Men Talk next month.
Well, I want to be a part of that as well.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Yes, you are. And so y'all get a chance to hear an interview of me and Ian talking together. Just an interview of him.
So you're going to be the host on that as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting, for you to interview us because you would probably think there would be a man interviewing the other men, but we're going to be talking about because there's some questions that women have that men, that they want to know about because there's some things that we as men don't often share, information with women about certain things. And
absolutely.
So maybe you'll be able to pull that out of them or us to be able to talk about it.
It's amazing that a lot of times I tell people podcasting is like chicken soup for the soul, right? A lot of times you can get on here and you can really, it just helps people. A lot of people don't know why they like doing it, but at the end of the day, it gives you the opportunity to discuss, to talk about, to share, what's really going on.
Yeah. And so, when I do these podcasts, I talk about like all of these life experiences that people go through. And you mentioned earlier how you were unemployed for a year, right? And so, how does a person deal with it, emotionally? Because, when you don't have money and you feel like, everything is caving in, how do you deal with that? And what advice would you give someone?
Well, I would say the support system. I can tell you with my dying heart that Arthur, DJ T-Nice, and Mike Ice, they were there from the beginning, from the very beginning. And then I had Willie and his wife, yourself, and y'all made it easy. Y'all made it where I finally realized, even my landlords, both of them, the studio landlord and my home landlord, I finally realized I asked the Lord to be able to do SKST full time. I was fighting myself. I was not wasting time because I felt like this is what I needed to do. But when the no's kept happening, but then on the other end, stuff was still being paid, regardless of how it was being paid. That was my sign that the Lord didn't forsake
give
me.
up, yeah.
He given me what I asked for. So when you realize that and you stop beating yourself up, stop fighting yourself, stop downing yourself, because that's what I was doing. It was like, man, I feel like I'm a failure. I was making all this money, 6 figures, and now here I am down to nothing. Not saying that we're not making money here at SKST, but I'm saying it wasn't enough to sustain my lifestyle. Right. Talking convertible BMW here, that car breakdown, that's money, right?
Right. So what I'm hearing, the key thing for you was the support system, right? And unfortunately, a lot of times people don't have that support system, and so that makes it even more troublesome, if you will, because a lot of people feel like if they don't have a support system and they're struggling. Some people want to give up. They do, and some people have.
Yeah.
And if seeing what you've gone through, seeing what I've gone through, and others that have gone through trouble things and still was able to not let it consume them,
right?
I would say to them is that you have to dig deep down and make yourself believe that it can get better, right? Because a lot of times people don't believe that it can get better.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing, though. You have to believe in the Lord. If you don't trust and believe, then it's going to be hard. It's going to be a challenge. It's going to be one of those things. Now, I'm not a Bible thumper. I'm not that person that's going to run and knock down the church doors, because I'm just not. I'm not a Bible thumper. I believe the Bible is a book. It's our lesson plan book. And just like my college books were, it's where you learn. A man wrote that. God didn't write that. So I believe in that entity. I believe in the higher power. And so you just don't stop.
Right. And me personally, I personally believe that if you have your belief in your deity, whatever belief in your higher power, you have to have that. You have to have the belief in yourself.
Yeah.
And then you have to choose to not give up, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You have to choose to not give up. If you have those 3 things, right? Those 3 things I'm talking about, I believe that you can accomplish anything that you want.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and then another thing, though, going back to your support system, my support system, they push me. They like, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this, and I'll be like, I can't do all this by myself, And so, but I understand now.
It makes you stronger, though.
And that's why they were doing it.
Right.
I understand that now. Before I was kind of like, y'all know I can't do all this. I can't drive way over there. Da 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 da. I was just pushing back those what you call them, rebuttals.
Right.
And I'm the main person who hate rebuttals. And then I caught myself giving rebuttals. And then I'm like, you know what? Stick to the facts. Just stick to the facts. You can do it or you can't.
And you know what it does for you? When you get through whatever the troublesome times you're going through, and you can look back and say, I was there, right? Mm-hmm. I'm no longer there, right? You can look back and see some satisfaction in knowing that you've been able to make it through all of that, and you didn't give up, right?
Absolutely.
And so what that does is shows others that they can do it too, and you are a witness for others to tell them that just that same thing, that they too can do it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Amazing. There's another book that we didn't talk about, did we?
Yeah, well, I guess we didn't talk about the
big one,
Woman in the Man's World.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay, so The Woman in the Man's World, I kind of wrote that when I got laid off from the mall, because I just felt like that was I felt like it was very, I was mistreated. In other words, again, I'm a woman. And you have to be in a woman's place, and the woman this and the woman that. Well, I came from management, and I came from having my team that I would look over, take care of, buy food or whatever. And we go out to eat and stuff. I don't mind paying for my team,
right?
But when I went to this particular mall, the man was the head honcho. He was the head honcho, and then I found out I'm underneath him. And by me being underneath him, that team was still part of my team, right? Well, then I got pushed back. Oh, we were told not to do anything you say. We were told, we got to check with him first. Wait a minute. And then I realized what type of world I was in at that point, and that was hurtful.
So the book basically says or talks to people about, I guess, the struggles and challenges that women face in this world that's predominantly ran by men, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And
And
does
how you can maneuver around it, and how you can, again, stay in school. Don't stop. Read YouTube University. Always know your stuff. Always know your stuff. Don't go in half cocked. At the end of the day, I'm not going to go anywhere and like an interview or anything like that. I'm not going to do without knowing how to answer those questions, or do the best that you can. And if you and it's not hard to say, I don't know. I don't have the answer to that. You don't know what you don't know, but you can find out.
So, Cammie, tell the audience how to get some of your works.
Okay, so I'm Googleable. So
Googleable.
I'm Googleable. That's
Okay,
my word.
she's Googleable.
That's my word, y'all. Okay, so I'm Googleable. Go ahead and Google Cammie Grayson. Do me a favor. Google SKST Radio. Go to our page, our business page on Google, and give us a review. Look at what we have. Look at all the pictures we have. Look at the studio. Look at the different people, the different shows we have in place, and see what we got. I mean, we are really, really, we have grown a whole lot.
Oh, yeah.
We have grown a whole lot. And so that's my AI. That's my AI.
Bring that up again, please.
Don't she look cute?
Yes, she does.
She look cute, right?
Who is that?
That's my AI likeness. So everybody's using AI likeness. I'm sorry. It's just out there.
I
all
haven't
these
got
women
one.
that got beautiful, well, men too, but these women are all beautiful. When we're doing girl talk right now, out of 20 women, probably 15 of those women using AI likeness.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Tell people how they can, like if they want to do a podcast, right? Because you can do a podcast anywhere. She has it set up now, right? Where you can be at home and we can do a show.
Yeah, absolutely.
So how would they contact that?
They'll just go to www.skstradio.com, and there you go, right there on the screen. Thank you, guys. skstradio.com, or you can go to skstbooking@gmail.com, and just check us out.
So good. That's good. So I have some fun questions. Easy, right?
Okay, guys. Here you go. Here you go.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
I agree. Early bird or night owl?
Night owl.
Night owl. Really?
I stay up late.
But you're up all day working and your brain
I'll
is
take a
going.
nap at nighttime, but I'm back up.
So you don't sleep much?
I don't sleep much at all.
Yeah.
No.
I don't either, so I can't fault you there. Favorite artist of all time?
Favorite artist of all time? I really don't have a favorite artist.
Or your least favorite of all time? Your least
My
favorite of all
least
time?
favorite,
Excuse me.
the guy with the teeth, the little
With the
short
teeth,
guy.
everybody got teeth, I hope.
No, I mean, he had a reality He had a reality show. I can't even think his name, but he was so ugly. I was like, how he get I can't even think his name.
Shabba Rank?
No, not Shabba. No. This guy was he had all these goals and stuff in his mouth, and it was a reality show, and these girls were trying to be his girlfriend.
Flavor Flav?
Flavor Flav. Oh my gosh, Flavor Flav.
You didn't hear from me, Flav.
Yeah,
I'm from New York, so he might be looking for
me.
me.
Lease. He's my lease.
Okay. Favorite motivational quote?
Favorite motivational quote. I still like it takes teamwork to make the dream work. I don't know who wrote that, but I still love that because it does. It really does. And a lot of people say it, it's a cliche now, but it does take a whole team.
And even to add on to that, besides having a team to make it work, you have to empower your teammates, right? They have to feel like they're a part of the process.
Yes.
They're part of the plan. Because oftentimes they're not. Dallas Cowboys. Yeah,
Shut up, T-Nice.
Why are you trying to make the show bad now?
Yeah. He doing that on purpose.
Oh my goodness, not Dallas, anybody. But when you empower your people, your teammates, you'll get better work, right? Because they feel like they're doing something as a unit, and they feel like they're part of the process.
Yeah, but you know what? Not even just to make them feel like it. They really are.
They are, but then when I mean by empowering, you put them in positions where they can win, right? Where they feel
absolutely.
like their input matters.
Yeah, absolutely.
That makes a big difference.
Huge difference.
So
Ownership. Yeah, exactly.
One word that describes you.
One word to describe me. See, this is,
Yeah, I'm gonna get you. You gotta think outside the box here.
yeah, I guess so. One word to describe me is, I want to say fun.
That's a good word.
Okay, I want to say fun.
For myself, I would say for me, persistent.
Mm.
I don't know when. I mean, I do know when to quit, but I'm persistent as heck to the point where I sometimes become a nag. But y'all didn't hear that from me.
Comments. He wants to see his comments.
No. The biggest dream you still have ahead of you, right? Your biggest dream still ahead of you.
That the big warehouse that T-Nice and I want. That's a huge dream. And to see Jada, I saw a little kid that was here at the studio, and I played the Jada video, and his smile just blew me away.
Really?
He just really loved it. So I really would like for Jada to be a household name too, just for the kids. Just something that the kids really like.
Well, I mean, you can do that if you just get the work out there. I mean, is any of those works on Amazon?
Yeah, but Jada's on Kindle.
Okay, great. If you could interview anyone, living or deceased, who would it be?
Prince.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, okay. I didn't want to hear all that. But what?
There are my two guys right there.
Yeah, she has
Prince
Prince and DMX. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. I want you to finish this. Success means blank.
SKST and team.
Nice. And a lot of times before I end my interview, I like to ask. I want to leave a question that the audience can think about, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it says, if someone listening today is on the verge of giving up on a dream, what would you want them to hear from you? If they're ready to give up on their dream, right, because they feel like it's not going anywhere, what would you say to them?
Reevaluate the dream, because sometimes you have to pivot. So, a lot of times that, our goal is this with tunnel vision, but look at podcasting. When we first started, it wasn't as saturated as it is now. So, what do you do? Okay, so you have to pivot. You have to figure out what else can you do to stand out. So if that dream is your dream and you want to continue to do that dream, what can you do to stand out? It goes back to what I said earlier. You got to stay persistent. You got to stay on top of your game.
That's true. So since I'm doing this podcast, and I try to do it every Wednesday, but sometimes things happen and I can't do it on a Wednesday. But if you're interested in talking about something that you're passionate about, or one of your job or something, your craft, and you want more people to know about it, contact me. We can do a podcast together. And I'm going to have questions for you as well. So just be prepared for that. But I think it's a fine opportunity for anyone who's trying to grow their business, their idea, their brand, to find a way to do a podcast, right? If not with me, somebody else, but preferably with me, because at SKST, we keep it real. The price is right. Believe me, when I say the price is very affordable, I've checked around with a lot of places and they can't even touch SKST as far as price. You're going to get quite, great service, quality, everything, basically. So if you're interested, contact me. My website is www.antowens.com or skstbookings@gmail.com. So I'd like to see if you have any closing words or anything you'd like to say before we leave.
I really want to say thank you very much. We forgot to talk about Cammie's Girl Talk.
Well, let's do that.
In Cammie's collection. So
there you go.
We are at the end of our Girl Talk. Tomorrow will be the last of 5 weeks of Girl Talk.
Tell everybody what Girl Talk is.
So Girl Talk is basically sort of what we did today, where we actually talk to powerful women empowering other women to be the best woman that they can be. And so we've had a whole week, 5 weeks of it, and tomorrow is our last day.
Wow.
And we have 5 beautiful women lined up. 5 women lined up. It is amazing. And we come into the studio, we talk, we network, we get to know one another. And so this has been probably the best Girl Talk ever, because it has grown from 1 or 2 interviews to, like I said, I've done 20 interviews. Well, after tomorrow, it'll be 20 interviews that I've done. That's a lot for me.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot for me, from like 2 or 3 shows a week to.
Well, you know what? Next time we can flip it up, right? I can do some of them, like you could do the men's talk.
Yeah. Well, it's Men Talk. It will start in August.
Right.
And so I am actually hoping to hand that off to someone to keep it going, because I really feel like Men Talk, it should be all men, even though I might kind of coordinate it because it's my baby. But I really do feel like men should. Well,
I could do I could do it. I mean.
Well, yeah. If you can do it, I would love to pass it on, because I feel like Men Talk is just that. It should be where we women can learn from our men. We had a real talk back in Dallas. You know, I told y'all I'm 31 years old, and we had Man Talk. Part of it, you know, that's what we did.
I have some great topics too, because you know a lot of stuff that men don't share. A lot of men don't like to show that they can be vulnerable, and I want them to know that it is okay, right?
Yeah,
it is okay to cry, right? It is okay to seek therapy. It is okay to invest in generational wealth, right? There's a lot of stuff that I can definitely talk about, and I look forward to doing that.
Yeah. Well, you guys tune in every Thursday in August. We have Men Talk, Black, white, Mexican, all men.
As long as you're a man.
Yeah, as long as you're a man, you'll be able to be on the show. And we're booked, unfortunately. We're booked already for the whole month. So Girl Talk was completely booked for the whole month. We have to do a makeup day for people who couldn't make it, but we were completely booked. Now Men Talk is completely booked. And so wait in line. And I guess Anthony probably going to take the reins and we'll make it happen.
It'll be quite interesting, because I like to get to the heart of it, right? I like to pull them to the carpet and get them to speak. You know.
Well, you got the carpet.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Listen, thank you all for hanging out with me again. As usual, I enjoy it. I enjoy hosting. I enjoy sharing. I enjoy bringing great people on my live, and I appreciate the fact that you came and shared all your knowledge and everything that you do.
Well, y'all, I'm not gonna lie. He had 3 pages of questions. But thank you, Anthony, for having me on your show, Mr. Owens.
I appreciate you for everything that you do and for getting me to this point where I'm actually doing podcasting, because I was just sticking to social media, you know, TikTok, Instagram, and things like that. And I'm just going into this world of podcasting, and I think I'm starting to like it.
You're doing good.
Well, thank you.
Proud of you.
Thank you. Well, until next time, I want to say thank you all for hanging out with me. And once again, thank you, Cammie Grayson, for gracing us with blessing us with your presence.
I didn't take over your show.
No, you didn't take over my show. No, you didn't. And you made the show better, actually. So
well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for tuning in. And again, tune into the Cammie Grayson Show all day tomorrow from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m.
I'll be here.
All day tomorrow. He'll be
right.
working.
Yeah,
I'll be having fun.
Yeah.
Until next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of the Books by Anthony Owens podcast show. We hope this was a conversation that truly inspired you and gave you something meaningful to carry forward. We appreciate you spending this time with us, learning, growing, and embracing knowledge that truly matters. Join us next week for another powerful and uplifting episode of the Books by Anthony Owens podcast show. Until then, stay healthy, stay encouraged, and keep turning the pages of life. See you next week.